Good evening. Welcome to Star Talk. I'll bet you thought I wasn't going to get on the air, didn't you? Because it's 7:06. Well, I I did. Here I am. Phone line is open. The number is on the screen there that you can call, and the email address is kennicleslive@gmail.com. If I keel over at some point uh, during the next hour, somebody call 911. Uh, but I may not, but I've been having some having some issues. But chances are I will still be sitting here and moving at 8 o'clock. But I'm just well, if you're just kind of planting the seed there. If you suddenly see me disappear out the bottom of the picture and don't hear anything for 5 or 10 minutes, call 911. So that being said, um, we have a phone line open. You can give us a call at that number up there on the screen. You can also email us at KenEcclesLive at gmail.com. An email related to something that was talked about last night, in particular, the old Reedsville Fairgrounds. And the Reedsville Fair used to be on the fairgrounds out there where the Penrose Mall now sits. Um, this emailer from somebody I know but haven't seen in a while. Hello, Ken. I heard you talking about the Reedsville Fair last night, and I heard you say that the first place you went when you got there was to the Ferris wheel. And I think that's true. That's how I remember it. But you know, the second place you would go, do you remember the second place you would go after the Ferris wheel? And there's a blank spot left here in the email. I guess to give the emailer is giving me a chance to think about it and consider an answer. And then I'm going to have to scroll down to see what the emailer says next. But before I do that, let me think. I would go to the Ferris wheel. Where would I? Is there someplace I would always go next? I don't know. Why don't we scroll down and see what else is in this email? So, Ken, did you think of it? The second place you would always go was to the guy who. Oh, now I remember. The second place you would always go was to the guy who guesses people's weights. And you always enjoyed that because nobody could ever guess your weight. Did any of them ever get it right? No. No. That's a peculiarity about me. There are quite a few peculiarities about me. One of them is that nobody can guess my weight. It, I mean, you can't do it. You can't guess my weight. Even the professionals at the fair and the guys at the carnival. Remember the carnivals used to come through here. The James A. Straits shows would come through here once a year, and there'd always be a weight guesser. Nobody can guess my weight. It's just a fact of life. Uh, and I always delighted in going to the professional weight guessers and having them try to guess my weight. No, they never got it right. They never. They, well, the only there's one person who correctly guessed my weight the first time he saw me, just one, and he had sort of an occupational advantage. His name was Tom Childress, and he was the basketball coach at Pfeiffer College. Uh, and the first day he saw me, he actually guessed my weight within 5 pounds. But basketball coaches are good at guessing the weights of tall people. So, other than basketball coaches, no one can guess my weight. Thanks, emailer, for reminding me of that. And yeah, I remember you. And I haven't seen you in a long, long time. It's good to hear from you. Phone line is open up there at that number. You can also email us at KenEcclesLive at gmail.com, and we'd love to hear from you either way. either by phone or by email. We've added a couple of picks for New Hampshire. Excuse me. Added a couple of picks for New Hampshire. The lady in black, who is involved in our three-way logjam there at the bottom of the standings, the lady is currently in 13th place. She has chosen the 45. Lady in black has the 45 for New Hampshire. Here are the picks so far for those of you who like to keep up with these things. Citizen D has the 11. Charles from Danville has the 12. Mr. Leaksville has the 1. Leon has the 6 for New Hampshire, and is already in the book for Kansas also with the 22. Mark from Mayodan has the 20 for New Hampshire. The lady in black, as just mentioned, has the 45. Early Bird has the 11. And Jack has the 19. So those are the picks in the great book right now. Does the phone work? Is the phone broke? Let's see. Check the phone here. No. Phone seems to be working. I guess just no one has seen fit to call at this point. But that's open right now if you'd like to give us a call at that number or email us at keneccleslive@gmail.com. And yeah, here I go getting hoarse again. Whatever is out there, whatever allergy triggering substance is out there. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of it, and it's not going away, because this allergy mess continues. But we will fight our ways through it. I know who Pretty Man is. The emailer says, I know who Pretty Man is. And here is his name. No. Sorry, emailer, that is not who Pretty Man is. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
What's going on, kid?
Oh, I'm just trying to hang on here. How about you?
Oh, I'm just laying here. Ain't nobody calling in nothing, so I thought I'd call you, just kick some time with you.
Well, good. I'm glad somebody's got a phone working.
Yeah, I just thought I'd call now. I was going to tell you something. That lady in black, what number did she pick?
Let's see. The lady in black took the 45. Tyler
Who
Reddick.
drives that?
That's
Tyler Reddick.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to still stick to like that Danny Hamlin. I don't care. But
yep, you got the 11.
Well, I'm glad Mr. Draper's doing all right.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad he called last night. I've had a couple of people say it was good to hear from him and hear that he's okay.
Yeah. But that we was talking about that space, that UFO. That was over Yemen.
Oh, is that where it was? You know, I never heard exactly where it was.
It was over Yemen. Yeah, that's where they seen it. That's where they hit it with a rocket or something, and bounced off of it.
For folks who didn't see that, if you didn't see that, what Early Bird's talking about is video of something. We don't know what it was. Some flying thing being hit by a missile, and the missile just bounced off and broke up too. I think it broke up too after it bounced off.
Yeah, sure did.
So that's.
But that was over Yemen.
Yeah, that's still a mystery. Yeah. Still a mystery as far as you and me. There may be somebody who knows what happened there, but they're not telling us.
They ain't said no more about it, though, have they?
Have not heard one word about it.
Not since they brought it up the first time, or whatever, a couple of times.
Nope.
But you ain't heard no more about it.
Not a peep out of anybody.
Yeah. Okay, kid, I'll let you get off. Maybe somebody call in. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Bye.
Thanks, early bird. Thanks for calling. Good to hear from you. Phone line is open up there at that number. The email address is keneckelslive@gmail.com. To get back to this email here, not that I like to promote Pretty Man, but it's an email and I need to read. I know who Pretty Man is. Here is his name, and then the emailer has a name here, which is not the name of Pretty Man. And then the emailer goes on to say, well, I'll tell you in a minute. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, it's Mark from Marion.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
That's good. Yeah, did you write down the number to the Sandy Ridge Fire Department? Because I don't think you said that last night when you talked about the stew.
Well, let's see. Did I write down that? No, hang on a second. Give me a minute. I got to thumb one page back in the great book. 336-871-2334 is the number I have.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think you said it. I didn't think you said the number last night, so I don't know if you knew it or not.
Well, I may have. I might have failed to say the number. I don't know. If you didn't hear it, I probably didn't say it. But yeah, I do have it. The number for Sandy Ridge for the stew is 336-871-2334. It's free from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. It's not only free, it's all you can eat. And whatever they have left at 1 o'clock will go on sale. You can call that number if you need to find out more.
Okay. And then when you can, say something about the Boy Scout man and Boy Scout stew, whatever. That's October 18th.
336-949-4248.
Okay, thanks, Ken.
Well, thanks, Mark. Thanks for reminding us of that. And we do need to keep the public informed on the stew front. That second stew is the Mayodan Boy Scouts. That's on October 18th. It's $9 a quart. And if you want to call in an order, it's 336-949-4248. And that's what's happening in stew world. And we expect plenty more stews becoming available in the next few months, because stew season is definitely here. The emailer who unsuccessfully tried to guess Pretty Man's identity then goes on to say, and emailer may be embarrassed by this part, but I'll read it. So as you can see, I figured out who Pretty Man is. Well, no, you didn't. I don't know how he thought he was going to get away with keeping his identity secret, but it was very easy for me to identify him. All right, emailer, that's good. That's good that you're confident in yourself, except you haven't identified him. The name that you supplied me with is, in fact, not Pretty Man. The aforementioned Mr. Draper says, I am keeping up the faith. Give me number 5. I'll take my chances. All right. Mr. Draper, who is now in second place, takes the 5 for New Hampshire. I apologize, folks. I'm probably going to be coughing a lot for the next little while, at least up until the point where I cannot make any sound whatsoever. In fact, I may still be able to cough even when I get there. But it's tough time with allergies. Very tough time. Ken, I read a story about how they're going to have artificial intelligence decide about people on Medicare and what kind of a treatment they get. I think that's one of the scariest things I've heard lately, Is any of that the truth? We'll speak about that in a second. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Ken.
Hey, how are you?
I told you I'd call you back.
This is Ralph.
Yes, sir, Ray.
Now, Ralph called me right after I went off the air last night. We were talking about old things and did people remember thus and such. And Ralph, you got a particular place you wanted to mention. What was it?
The Rosebud. Used to be a beer joint. It was right below well, where the Hardee's is now. What it used to be.
Yeah, in Reedsville.
Yeah. It used to be right across the road right there, close to the Chinese joint right there.
The Rosebud. Now,
that was a night. And the guy that run it, his name was Horace Whitson.
Okay.
And matter of fact, he opened up another one on 158 going out of Reedsville. They called it Dewdrop Inn.
Now, Ralph, I remember. I mean, I didn't do. I was a little young to patronize the Dewdrop, but I do remember that. I remember driving past that on the road. It was a little building, kind of going down the hill there, not far out of Reedsville.
Right up on the right of there.
That's right. I do remember that.
As a matter of fact, a girl I went to school with, she opened it up, and Horace Whitson took it over.
Okay, that one I remember, but I don't remember the Rosebud.
The Rosebud exists. If they get on a map and look at it in Reedsville, that was the name of it.
Oh, so that would have been on South Scale Street, not too far from the fairgrounds.
Right, it was right there close to the mall, right there on the right.
Well, Ralph, did you ever enjoy a brew in there?
I could not. I wasn't old enough to drink beer, but they had good hot dogs. You could go in there and get it to go. Kind of like an eat-in.
Yeah.
That was the name of the Rosebud. Somebody needs to check it out. And if they know Horace Whitson, they'll know.
All right, folks. Anybody else remember the Rosebud?
All right. And I'm going to tell you something else about Drape over here where I live.
Okay.
You know, you hear them talk about Bi-State Speedway?
I do, yeah.
My daddy run down there.
Really?
Yep. And before you get to Bi-State, they got a road up there called Virginia Avenue. Mm-hmm. You go by Clarence Hale's Motor Sales, which is a junkyard.
I know where that is, yes.
Okay. Well, I got a clipping out of my paper. They used to have a dirt track right there for micro-midgets.
Oh, a dirt track there at Virginia Avenue?
It sure did. They run micro-midgets down there.
I never knew that.
And my daddy, I got the paper to prove it, cut out a clipping. My mom saved it for me. He won by 5 feature races down there. They had Billy Howell running, Ken Rush, Bailey boys over in Eden. They come from everywhere.
Well, now my wife grew up right close to there on South Avenue.
Okay. Ask her about it.
Well, how long ago was that, Ralph?
Lord, I was little. My uncle used to take me down there, and me and my brother were sitting behind the back seat of a 44 and watch my daddy come around.
Well, now my wife will probably deny being old enough to remember that, but I'll ask her.
Well, sure did. Some of the Barker boys run down there. I got a picture of my daddy. He had his own sponsor back in, Tri-City Welding.
Did he build his car?
Sir?
Did he build his own car?
Yeah, he built it. Daddy done it all except putting the sheet metal around it, like the front end on it.
Yeah.
He got Kermit Law to do that for him. in Cameron Law back then. These on the weld around here. Tri-City welding.
Boy, those were the days.
All right, well, Rosebud, if you find anything, just let me know.
Well, thanks, Ralph. I appreciate your call.
Yes, sir. If I can.
The Rosebud on South Scale Street, across the street, across the street, sort of from where the Penrose Mall is right now, across the street from that building that used to be Hardee's, the Rosebud. I don't remember it. But if anybody remembers the Rose, anybody's got a Rosebud story, let us know. Phone line is open up there. There's a number up there. And the email address is keneccleslive@gmail.com. Emailer was asking about artificial intelligence and Medicare. And we'll talk about that. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, Mr. Ken.
Good evening.
Sorry I'm late.
This is the second night in a row that you were late.
Well, I had an important call from the Philippines.
Whoa, you're on the phone with the Philippines every night lately.
Yeah, as long as my government and the Philippine government don't get, we'll be okay.
Is there some reason you think the government might get involved?
No, I hope not. I'm just joking. But if they do, there's nothing conspiracy going on. We're just talking to each other.
I understand that. Well, I was not, I was not suspicious at all about it. Honestly, it didn't occur to me that you might be working on some sinister plot. I'm sure that's not the case.
No, it ain't. We're just talking. We're talking private stuff.
All right, and you're planning your move to the Philippines.
I'm planning my big escape like Robert Redford did in his movie.
Robert Redford passed away. Did you know that?
Yes, sir, I did, and he was a good actor. I loved the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Man. With Ernest Borgnine. It was Ernest Borgnine, was it?
I forgot who the co-star with him was, but that was a good movie he starred in. I loved it.
Yeah, Robert Redford, he he did a lot of good stuff over the years. And if you haven't heard, folks, he died at the age of, I think it was 89.
Yes, sir, it was. And the man led a good life, good entertainer to people. I just loved the cowboy movies that a lot of my stars did.
Oh, yeah, you got to love cowboy movies.
Yeah, well, I had John Wayne. I watched John Wayne. All the, especially some of the Roy Rogers, the Hopalong Cassidy.
Oh, Hopalong Cassidy used to be one of my heroes. And don't leave out Gary Cooper.
Oh, yeah, Gary Cooper movies, man. I need some Gary Cooper to watch. They still play his movies on the Western Channel.
I'll tell you what, High Noon with Gary Cooper. High Noon might be my favorite Western ever.
Well, my daddy and Jerry, now they stay on the Western Channel a lot to watch the movies.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, and most likely. I got a message for the rest of the people in the carpool.
All right, well, hang on. Everybody will to make sure they are close to their TV sets so they can hear this very important message. So we'll give people a few seconds to get properly situated so they don't miss anything. So then, what is the message?
Well, the message is y'all need to bail out because I'm taking the checkered flag this weekend. And to Pretty Man, you need to be careful. I'm going to make sure that you don't see a good win for a while.
Don't do that. You're gonna make him email me, and I do not want to read a Pretty Man email, and you're gonna cause me to have to read one. You keep doing that. Well,
tell him if he's got a problem with me, he knows where to find me. Maybe.
You're just stirring him up. You're making it worse. Don't do that.
Well, you think I'm scared of somebody hiding behind the email? I'm more man than he'll ever.
Okay. All right, that's enough. You see, you're not the one who has to deal with him. You don't have to worry
But,
about this. I'm
well,
gonna have to interact with him now if you keep this up.
well, tell him I'm not afraid of him. Tell him to come deal with me.
You just won't stop, will you?
No, I'm just gonna make this guy. I'm gonna make this guy regret he even started in on the race pool.
Well, we all regret that. I don't know what I don't know why he shouldn't regret it too.
Well, I just had to pick on somebody, and he looked like the good candidate.
Okay, well, that'll be my problem now.
Well, tell him I said it, and if he's got a problem, come see me or tell me to my face.
Can he drop by the restaurant there and take it up with you if he needs to?
If he buys an 8-piece dinner box, yes.
If he buys an 8-piece dinner. Okay, I'll let him know.
Bye, sir.
Thanks for calling. Phone line's open. There's the number there. The email address is kennicholslive@gmail.com. About this AI thing with Medicare. They are starting a pilot program. This is not for everyone. It's not a program across Medicare. It's a pilot program in 6 states. And I cannot name all the states as I sit here. We'll get back to this. Hello, caller. You're on the air, please.
Well, I hate calling back, Kim, but I believe that was Paul Newman, wasn't it, in the Sundance Kid?
That's right. Thank you, Paul Newman. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Thank you a lot. Paul Newman was in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Ernest Borgnine must have been in the Wild. The Wild Bunch was similar, kind of along the same lines. That's the one Ernest Borgnine was in. It was Redford and Newman in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And thanks, Early Bird, for letting me know about that. Medicare is starting a pilot program in 6 states. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Ken. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. Look, on a different note, I watched a prosecutor interview today.
Okay.
Where they was charging Robertson with being arraigned. Did you get to see that?
I didn't see it.
Okay. They had Texas where he had sent to his friend, the 2 of them was on a gay relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And he told his friend that he was tired of hearing the hatred that Charlie Kirk was bringing, about people in his situation and everything.
I read that.
Yeah. So this is the thing about it. Now that we know his motive, and we can pretty well know that he acted alone, I hope the right and the presidents and the MAGA people will quit putting it out there about the extreme leftists responsible for this guy taking the heinous action that he took. That guy, out of his own mouth and everything, he gave his reason. He said he was tired of hearing the guy's hatred. And so now I hope that they will quit putting it on the extreme left for the murder of that guy.
Well, I hope we can all, first of all, I hope we can all agree that murder Murder is a sin. It's evil. It's wrong. Nobody
Right.
nobody should be murdered by anybody. Politics aside, I hope we all agree on that. And
Right.
as far as Tyler Robinson, he's said what he said,
Right.
and that's at the moment that's what we know.
Right.
So
And say, accusing other people and all like that only raise the temperature, cause now people continue to hear that, they gonna think that they have to get even and get someone from the other side or whatever, you know. So just let it be that the guy said what he said and done what he done, you know.
Well,
and let people come together.
I hope we can all cool off and use our heads and not make a bad situation worse than it already is, because it's certainly bad enough already.
Right. So in the next few days and a week or so, since that has come out, we'll see whether people want to bring people together or whether they want to divide us further. So we can just look at the actions and the rhetoric in the next few days, and we can see whether people want peace or whether they still want the country at odds. And since I hadn't gave you my pick, let me have Christopher Bale.
The 20. Liberal takes the 20 for New Hampshire. It's in the
Right.
book.
All right, then. Thanks a lot, Ken.
Well, thanks for calling. Well, somebody was on the phone there, but they hung up. The phone line's open right now. You can give us a call at that number, and somebody just did. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Please.
Hey, Ken. How are you?
I'm doing excuse me. I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm all right. Some people would be better off to keep their mouth shut. Me too, sometimes.
Yeah, I guess
but other
we've
people
all
who
been there.
other people who are low informed from the left side come up with this BS that we just heard.
Well, now
Charlie Kirk sat there and said, "Prove me wrong." The guy that shot him was tired of hearing him because he was a fascist, he was called. Okay? The guy that killed him was fascist because he silenced Charlie Kirk's mouth. And he was so far left-wing, he had a transgender boyfriend that lived together.
That's true.
He was so far left-wing, he come off that building, Ken. We're being lied to. We're being lied to so bad by our government right now. Everything about this.
What's the lie?
The man was shot from behind. The blood you see coming out his neck is the exit wound. The jerk you see in this T-shirt is the microphone where he was shot in the right rear under his skull. It went through his spinal cord and killed him instantly before he ever bled. An entry wound does not bleed like that. And if something had hit that T-shirt and that vest, it would have tore that T-shirt. If it was a rock, it would have left a mark on that T-shirt. Nothing left a mark on that T-shirt because it was a wire hook to the little black microphone on the right of his chest that done all the jerking when his head done the jerking. The mic flew out of his ear behind him. If you get shot in your heart area, your body's going to the right. You get shot in your left side, your body's going to the left.
All right.
Just like Charlie did.
Hold on a second. Do you think somebody other than Robinson shot him?
I've got proof. I've got so much. Ken, I sent you the email, the link that shows it in super slow motion where the bullet came from. Now you can take it with a grain of salt, or you can look at it yourself. It goes in super slow motion. Bang, Charlie, bang, Charlie, bang, Charlie. All of it. You see the man raise up with his arm, pull the gun recoil, and it Charlie instantly goes to his left and collapses to his left out of the chair. Now, it took a very sick left-wing individual to do this. When George Floyd got killed, they burned the cities down everywhere. What did the right do what did the right side do when they just killed Charlie Kirk? What did they do, Ken? They prayed for the man. And then the left said, it's too late for thoughts and prayers. They're no good now. But yes, they're no good. It's all we can give somebody like that. We can't give them anything else other than thoughts and prayers. My gosh, how can the left say thoughts and prayers aren't good enough coming from the right? They want gun control. They want gun control. They'll never get it. They'll never get it.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think that the FBI is telling us that Tyler Robinson did it?
Ken, it's such a setup. It's such a setup. People don't realize the man, they said he disassembled the Mauser rifle on the roof. You got to have special tools and a vise to take the barrel out of a Mauser. Right. Then it was put in his backpack and he come off the roof. Then when he went across the street, they found the rifle wrapped in the towel and the barrel was assembled into the rifle.
All right. I understand all that. Why would the FBI lie to us?
They're bought just like they've always been. They've been done. Something's been done to them. Just like the Epstein files, they won't release that because of certain names in them, because of certain people, that influential people that would have something to do with. Okay. Now the same thing's going on with this, Ken. I'm pretty sure I sent you that video.
You did.
And
You did.
Okay, is it the one where the pointer is on the guy and Charlie, the guy that gets with the pointer?
No, I'll tell you the whole truth. I didn't watch it because I didn't want to see it.
Well, the one I have now that shows everything doesn't show any gushing blood. It shows the exit wound with a red spot. It stops it there.
Right.
And it explains, he's a ballistics expert, and he explains why the shot did not come from a rooftop at an angle down on Charlie.
All right. Now here's the thing. What we're talking about here would have the FBI, head of the FBI, the Attorney General, and the President would all be taking part in a deception about this. Why would they do that?
That's yet to be understood. That's yet to be determined. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying for factual that that's what happened. I'm saying that's where the evidence is showing and the videos are proven. And this guy shows you angles where the guy had to be to shoot. And I mean, with with green lines and I mean, so many things are negative about it, is that I know we're being lied to. There's no question about it.
Well,
and it's our government. It's our government. I mean, any person knows if he was shot in the front, that T-shirt would have been tore. I had a mark on it.
All right. Well, I understand what you're saying. I will look.
Okay.
I will look at the email that you sent me.
Okay. Anybody can have their opinion, but I'm going to be honest. If I was a left-wing person, I'd be looking over my shoulder everywhere I went. If I was a left-wing person, especially associated with left-wing entities, I would definitely be concerned about myself.
Well, now, Kash Patel and Pam Bondi, they're not, certainly President Trump, they're not left-wing people. Why would they want to?
You watch Kash Patel and Dan Bongino when they're asked the questions. Neither one can look at you with a straight face and say it. Now, they're my people, and I'm telling you what I believe about them against them. They've been bought. They've been something. They saying there's nothing about Jeffrey Epstein? Kash Patel and him say there's nothing about Jeffrey Epstein? Yes.
I don't think
it's
anybody
everywhere about Jeffrey.
I don't think anybody believes that.
Well, how are you going to believe Kash Patel and Dan Bongino saying there's nothing there about Epstein when we know it is? The people have come forward. It's so ridiculous. I'm so tired of being lied to. I'll be glad when this is all over.
Well, I hope it'll be all over at some point.
Well, I mean, it ain't never going to stop, Ken, as long as there's two parties like this. The left has no patriotism anymore. There's no more left-wing patriotics at all. There's none. They all want power. They all want to scream what the right's doing wrong, and that's all they can do. They've got nobody to run for any office. They got nobody to run for anything that's reputable. Anybody that's reputable. They don't have it.
Well,
okay, and the Hochul, the governor of New York, is backing now Mamdani, who's a communist, for mayor of New York.
Okay. Well,
Kathy Hochul. Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
I'll look at your link. Thanks for calling. There's phone number and the email address keneccleslive@gmail.com. This Medicare pilot program that's starting in 6 states next year will bring prior authorization to traditional Medicare. That's never been part of traditional Medicare before. But that means that when your doctor prescribes something, prescribes a treatment or a procedure, you will have to get approval from the insurance company before that procedure can be done. That's prior authorization. It's a regular thing in Medicare Part C programs, but it's if you have traditional care, you've never had to think about prior authorization before. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good evening, Ken. Did you get squared away on that about answering that question?
About Medicare and artificial intelligence?
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt your answer.
Well, I'm almost done. The prior authorization pilot program starts in 6 states next year. Here's what it is. The prior authorization requests will go to artificial intelligence. The program will use not the proverbial insurance company bureaucrat to make the decision. The decisions will be made by artificial intelligence. Again, that's not for everyone on Medicare, just in those 6 states. If they like how it works, then it may come to other places later. But that's, emailer, that is what you were reading about as far as Medicare and artificial intelligence. Caller, go ahead.
AI is exactly why I was calling you.
Okay, then you're on the air. Tell us.
I recently read a technical manual in a publication that is not designed for John Q. Public, it's designed for professionals.
Mm-hmm.
And these professionals are responsible for building and rebuilding automotive engines. And the title of this article is, in fact, AI hallucinates.
All right.
And I went, oh, you have my attention. So I read the article, and again, it's a bay grade above mine when they start talking all these technical specifications. But try to make it real simplified as this. If an engine rebuilder goes to AI and says, I need specifications for such and such an engine block made by such and such a manufacturer, give me the specifications for cam duration or whatever, some technical numbers in the engine that I don't understand. What they have found is that AI will go, and if they don't have that information, they will go searching through their data for other similar engine blocks. In fact, made by other manufacturers that have close tolerances, close specifications to what they're looking for. Then AI will report those numbers back to the builder as the specifications to use on the engine they're working with.
Right. Okay. I get that. And
so therefore,
wrong.
Correct. And so what they're finding already is some glitches in AI. Again and again, computers far more than I do. It goes back to the garbage in, garbage out mantra.
Right. There's one thing to always remember computers, and this applies to AI too. AI obviously is a level and a complexity far beyond the computer that you have at home. But there's one thing that's true of every computer so far, anyway. They only know what we have told them. If we haven't told them, they don't know. Now, AI has gone several steps ahead in trying to get around that little limitation, but there still is not, we are not yet to the time where AI can imagine accurately things that it has not been told. And that we're seeing an example of that right here.
I thought it was fascinating. AI hallucinates.
Now, coincidentally, I was talking with somebody just before we went on the air who was telling me about ChatGPT, which he uses regularly. He said that sometimes ChatGPT will give him an incorrect answer to a question, and it'll happen to be something that he already knows. So he knows that Chat has given him a wrong answer. He says that he will then point out to Chat that answer was incorrect, and the reaction from Chat is, "Oh yeah, you're right. That is wrong, isn't it? I will update my knowledge." But you know, AI is but it's not perfect by a long shot.
I hope people keep this in mind when they're looking at what.
Well, you know, that's kind of a scary point, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the point.
This pilot program is supposed to run for 6 years. Over the course of 6 years, certainly I would think, I hope that they'll get a good idea of how suitable AI is for this task, but it is a little bit scary.
Welcome to the wild, wild west.
Here we go. Okay.
Thank you, kid. Have a good evening.
Thanks for calling. Yep. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Ken, this is Jerry. I'd just like to say that I heard it from the little cartoon guy about on the internet that we're going to, well, people that like me, I get Medicaid and Medicare. So, and the way I heard it, I'm going to get a $54 raise on checks, and the second one, I don't know. And thanks for taking my call, sir.
Okay, Jerry, thank you for calling. Which reminds me, somebody asked me what is the Social Security COLA, the cost of living adjustment. What's that going to be in January? I don't know. Have not heard yet anything on that, but we should be hearing something about that pretty soon now. Got an email that has just arrived, and the emailer says, oh, here's an update on Citizen D's dad's phone. He says, well, still no Brightspeed at my dad's place. I'm sick of getting nowhere with. Tell Charles he should offer Pretty Man a free 8-piece box just for finding out who the mysterious Pretty Man is. Has anyone seen any rain today? I was hoping for a little rain in the yard. I haven't seen any rain today. There have been rumors. I've heard rumors of rain, but I did not see any rain today at all. And as far as your dad's Brightspeed phone, we will all continue to hope that someday soon your dad will have phone service again. This one says, Ken, go back to what you said about artificial intelligence making decisions about people's health care. Is that for real? It is for real, part of a pilot program that will start running next year in 6 states. Oh, and I left out maybe the most interesting part. The deal that the government has with the artificial intelligence companies is this. If AI denies a treatment, the company will get paid a percentage of the cost of the treatment that was denied. Think about that. Hello, caller. You're on the air. please.
Yeah. Is
Yes.
North Carolina going to be one of those 6 states?
No. North Carolina, I should have made that point. North Carolina is not one of the 6 states. I'll look them up and see if I can find them.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks for calling. No, North Carolina, neither North Carolina nor Virginia will be among the 6 states. One of them is Oklahoma. I remember Oklahoma is one. I think Ohio is one. If you want to see them for sure, I'm probably not going to have time to look them up now. If you will just search for Medicare prior authorization pilot program, put that into a search engine, and you will, I'm sure, find it and see see what the 6 states are. But no, not North Carolina. And for those of you in Virginia, no, not Virginia. Again, it'll be a 6-year program. It's scheduled to be a 6-year program. Boy, I think I'm going to be I'm going to be able to quit here just in time. Scheduled to be a 6-year program, and you know, if they like it, they could end it in less time and expand it. If they don't like it, they could abandon it. Time, obviously, we don't know. But it's something to watch. And that's all the time we have, and maybe I have, for tonight. Star Talk is on the air Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Echols.